Welcome to another episode of On the Hunt for Whitetail Deer in central Wisconsin. Honestly, I think it's one of the best years I've had as far as just having bucks on inventory. So I'm very excited. Like, it could happen tomorrow. I'm feeling very confident about it. The rut is here and I'm here. Let's go, baby. This spot, it's an inside corner of an ag field, big hill on one side of it, so that pinches down movement to that corner. Very early in the day, there's going to be bucks hitting there.
I'm sitting on the edge of a field, just maybe 5-10 yards into the timber. It's November 3rd, so it's like a little after 8 now. This doe is slowly coming my way, and if she gets within range, I'm gonna try to put an arrow through her. I told myself I would, and a couple reasons I need to do this. One, I need practice as a bow hunter. I need to shoot arrows at critters. 2, that's some tender vittles right there. 3, we have a lot of deer this year. Well, the old doe decoy worked. Sucked another doe right in 20 yards. And I flat out missed her right over her back. Alright, it's high noon. I have to be extremely quiet because the wind is almost non-existent, and it's just a very quiet day in the woods. Haven't had any kind of deer activity since I missed that doe. I shot my bow last night at 20 and 30 yards, and it was spot on. Yeah, I got no idea why I missed her, but it stands to reason that, she's a small doe, small target. Maybe I shot a little bit high. She ducked under the arrow. I'm just gonna have to hope that was my mistake, and if I get another opportunity today, I'll shoot better. It shouldn't be but a couple hours, and we should have some deer movement in and around this field. And again, it's November 3rd. I mean, anything could happen at any time. Just gotta be ready. Morning. Second morning. It's soggy. November 5th here in central Wisconsin. Been raining off and on all night, and today it's supposed to be like light showers in the morning, and it's supposed to pick up afternoon. So it wasn't a fun morning to get out here. It would have been much easier to sleep in. But I kept telling myself, man, it's the rut. Like, you gotta get out there. You never know what's gonna happen. I'm supposed to have an east wind changing to south, which sets up good for this spot on this corner, but right now I'm getting like a west wind, kind of north. As long as the wind's steady, I can work with it. It's just when it's blowing every direction that takes the wind out of my sails, so to speak. This goofy umbrella is saving my ass right now. I mean, I'm not totally dry, but I'm able to stay out here in a pretty steady rain, not have to wear a noisy rain jacket. And most importantly, my camera equipment can stay kind of dry. I was thinking 2 nights ago when I got here, it was like Christmas Eve. I was fired up. So excited I could barely sleep. Just looking at trail cam video after trail cam video. Nice bucks walking around. Some of them walking around right here below me. Yesterday I had a full sit. 10, 11 hours in the tree. Today I'm about 3 hours into it. And it's the reality of the rut is starting to sink in. I've been rattling every 20 to 30 minutes. No responses yet. But I'm gonna keep at it. I just rattled one in. I rattled and maybe, I don't know, it couldn't have been more than 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes later. I think he was just a little forky. But he couldn't have been 30 yards from me. And I could have sworn I just looked over there. But it's just a reminder. One, in these wet conditions, you cannot hear them unless they come running by. But if they come sneaking in, you're not going to hear them. Or if they come walking, not going to hear them. And the other thing too, I always tell my kids this, and I have to remind myself, is that when you turn your head to look at a chunk of woods, look at it for like 30 seconds. Because that buck was probably just behind a tree. I didn't see it when I glanced. And maybe had I looked a little longer, I would have seen some movement. Anyways, sorry. Couldn't get that one on camera. Gotta be a little more vigilant. When the big one comes, I need to be ready. Alright, it's about an hour before dark. It's been raining cats and dogs all day, so I had to pull out about 11 for fear of losing electronic equipment. I got enough service to figure out that I'm going to have a northwest wind tomorrow. I don't have a lot of good funnel pinch points that hunt good on that wind, but I have one. And so I pretty much made up my mind, and I decided so that I'd be quieter in the morning. I'm going to try to slip in there right now and just pre-hang my sticks and my platform. And, that'll just save me 15, 20 minutes in the morning and a little bit of noise making. It'll be a little bit quieter. So hopefully I can get in and out of here without stirring anything up too much. November 6th, third day of my hunt. But yeah, I'm sitting where three ridges come together. So it's kind of a hub. It's also one of the few spots that really works just perfect on a northwest wind. I've got a pretty steep hill kind of to my southeast. It's so steep that the deer really don't come up it. If they come across it, I'm high enough and that hill's steep enough where the wind should blow, my scent should blow right over the top of them. It's about 10:30. Nothing. It's the reality of the rut, sitting at pinch point, funnel, whatever you want to call it. Spot like this. Just waiting for that one deer to walk by. You probably can't hear it. But right now, what's music to my ears is that back behind me, on our 40 acres, I can hear the logger getting after it. Every now and then it just sounds like a big giant timber. It's getting loaded up on the forwarder and getting moved. Man, it gets me excited because hopefully it'll all be done, and next year I'll have stands set up in there that are all based on the work that's getting done right now. And we should have more cover in there. We should have more food in there. It's going to be just so much thicker in there. I'm pumped. It's exciting. Good morning. It's November 7th. It's my 4th day of hunting. It's cold, about 37, colder than it has been, which is nice. I'm sitting up here on my beloved oak flat. There aren't a lot of acorns in the woods this year, so that's kind of a knock against the oak flat today. There's probably not going to be a bunch of does feeding in here. Not expecting that. But it is a spot that deer that are traveling, bucks that are traveling, will come through here. Just gotta have one come through. Well, that was super exciting. I guess as a whitetail hunter, you all know. It's just nothing, and then bam, right there. It's on right in front of you. I think I know that buck from some pictures, but it just wasn't quite the buck that I was fired up about. That buck came by at 7:30. Right after him, I had a doe feed across this oak flat for probably 15-20 minutes. So that's so far counts as a great morning. Good deer activity. All right, it's time for the next one. There's gonna be another one, and it's gonna be a bruiser. You watch.
Matt.
The X, baby. What a place to kill a buck. And my best buck to date. Oh, he came from over there, just like almost every other deer had. And I'm telling you, I don't know what it is about right underneath this tree, but they want to come by here. I mean, he died like 50 yards away. Maybe 60 max. And I think he's the 9-point that we've had a bunch of photos of him on camera. I've killed 2 archery whitetail bucks, and one was from that tree, that triple white oak. I was in the right one, and now I killed another one from right here. But I was just saying, he was, I think he was following that doe. And luckily, if you can see, there's a bunch of maples down here that have been hinge cut and just pushed over. And I did that for for the main reason is I tried to do it all behind the stand behind me here, just to make a crazy thicket. I didn't want him to win me. Anyways, he thought about getting in there and then thought better of it and just came right to me, right underneath my stand. I'm sorry, I had to come to full draw, and he walked out of the frame. You're not going to get the kill shot, but I'll show you where I hit him here in just a second. Let's go check him out. No blood trailing. No calling the dog. Just a short little walk across the oak flat. So he went like 45 yards. Vital V, baby. I can guarantee you that's where I hit him. A lot of folks will say that shot placement is forward. But he went about 45 yards and tipped over. And there was a lot of blood coming out of him. I'm gonna pull him out here just so we can get a closer look at him. What do you guys say about that? What an absolute beauty of a Wisconsin buck. Man, you know, you want to apologize for the gore. It's never good to just see that much blood, but like when an arrow works so well, you get a lot of blood. Just overwhelming sense of gratitude. Get to be here. Family lets me be away to do this stuff that I love. Got friends and family that let me hunt on their place. That this place is so well taken care of. I was thinking about it earlier. You know, I love my public lands. One really cool thing about these private lands is you'd have to search your tail off on this property to find a single piece of trash anywhere. And it's a bummer that you can't say that about our public lands. I hope everybody out there hikes around prepared to pick it up. I know I sure do when you're out there. But it's a pleasure to walk around a place like this and you just don't see evidence of man. Oh.
I am pumped. Oh, November 7th, 4 p.m. Okay, I got a 45-minute drag ahead of me, and hopefully my dad will be at the bottom of the hill, help me load it in the truck. This is fast becoming one of my favorite pieces off of any animal, the neck roast. Now, you chop this up into small pieces and then brown it a little bit and then give it time in the slow cooker. You end up with just an absolutely delicious morsel of meat. It's super simple, and I'm gonna show you how to do that here in a second. All the sinew running through there. It's not really fat, but the sinew in it gives it the appearance or sort of the palate feel of something fatty. It's probably gonna take 6 hours minimum. So I like to cut it into strips, come back on those strips, and then get them into the pieces you want. Okay, I'm just gonna brown the meat now. And then set it aside, and I'll put it all back into the skillet, in the cast iron skillet, and then let it simmer in the oven till it's done. Okay, but I'm gonna brown it first. Now all that stuff in the bottom of the pan is called fond. It's great flavor. To get the most out of it, pour a little liquid. This is just some beef stock I made out of concentrate. Pour that in there and then scrape the fond off the bottom. I'm gonna put my meat back in there. Put a little Oktoberfest beer in there. A little more stock. Just enough to cover. Put a lid on it. I'm gonna set it at roughly 275. I want it just simmering. And then I'll, come back in 5 or 6 hours and check it out. A lot of the liquid's evaporated. That's just because it wasn't a tight fitting lid. But, oh, super tender. The sinew, all that connective tissue, it's just gone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next year. Good luck in the rut.